That is so cool. That is so cool how you did
Hey,
that.
hey.
I love that.
Oh, it's so good to see your face. Look at it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you.
It's so good to see your face. Your
How
face is better than my face.
I don't know.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Not on a Saturday afternoon. My Thanksgiving was great. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Saturday because of how wonky this holiday makes it.
It really doesn't. Yeah. I'm totally thrown for a loop. For some reason, I woke up this morning thinking it was Tuesday. I don't even know why.
I've been stuck on Sunday since last Thursday. Right? Like, is it Sunday? No, wait. Anyway.
I'm like, wait, what? Where am I? Yeah.
It is good to see you. I love this. Is it? This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the Pay It Forward campaign.
Yes. This is
How is everybody tonight? Let's see.
Us every week.
Who's all here?
Keith
Firebird, Rich Smith, Richard Seam, Masters of the Shine, Miller Detailing, Ghost,
Mr. Ruiz, Kimberly.
Different person. Yeah. Kimberly, you
Ulysses?
still you got to let me know about this email. I've been trying to get a hold of her via email, and then what was it?
Have you though?
What? What do you mean?
Have you though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to have every award, or I should say prize, out the door last Friday before Thor came on, so that we could talk about more prizes.
But does it count if it should have gone out the door like 4 months ago?
It's gonna be like that, huh? Is that how we're gonna start 41? Is that
Kimberly,
how we're
Kimberly, please, Kimberly, chime in and let us know how long you've been waiting for. What is she waiting for? Kraken?
I don't know. That was the question. That was my email. I have to send you something, but I don't know what you want. Tell me what you want.
Because I think he's using this as an excuse. Can you please tell us what it is that you need?
You know what?
So we can finally put this to rest.
We are starting 41 strong.
Griot's video. What does that mean?
Tyson Paul. What? Griot's video.
Sorry, Chris. Yes, I will let him have a win. I don't know what win yet, but it's not this one.
Yeah. The time that a man wins an argument against a woman, you let me know, because I've yet to experience that phenomenon.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's not going to be on Curmudgeon's Corner 41.
That's true. That's fair. Hey, so speaking of all the things that you've accused me of, and the derailing the show by hour 3 because of a certain level of inebriation, which is not my fault. I have a very special gift that was sent to me through our very good friend Richard Seam. Normally, in my defense, normally I do a mixer so that I'm not completely derailed by the 15-minute mark. But Richard sent me a Christmas present.
Oh, okay. And what is that? What's in there?
I don't know. It's a present. So I told him that I would open it up.
So let's do it.
Here. Oh,
thank you, Richard. Oh, see?
Yeah. This family knows me so well.
So well.
Thank you, Richard. You are amazing. What an awesome human.
That's a great gift. And he knew the type that you like.
Exactly. This is a very special apple juice.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do, by the way, this is also a very special gift, and it's for our guest backstage who's waiting patiently. This is a little ice ball, but it's more than just any old ice ball. You ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Enabler. Oh, Chris. Apple juice is the way to Aaron's heart.
100%.
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas, apple juice? It is.
Whoa. Look at that thing.
Okay.
That is cool.
I don't know if you can see it.
No. What's in there? Is there like a...
It's the Death Star.
Whoa. Someone said that in the comments. Who said that? Keith? Keith said... Who sent you that?
What? No, I've owned it for like 4 years.
Oh, so okay. Has it made an appearance on the podcast?
Curmudgeon's Corner? Not that I'm aware of, but I mean, by hour 3, anything could be on the Curmudgeon's Corner.
But Keith knows you. Okay, got it.
All right. Anyway, listen, we got to cut to the chase on this. I don't want to cut any longer because we have a very special guest, and it's on limited time. So when he punches out, I can probably ramble on a little bit longer. When you punch out, I can probably ramble on a little bit longer, but it's a special show. So without further ado, let's get the man, the myth, the legend, my absolute pleasure of being able to dine with him and just get to know this guy on a different level. He is truly epic. For the hat trick, that means 3. Hello, Dmitry.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hello,
Happy
welcome
Thanksgiving.
to the podcast. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Yes.
Thank you.
Being, you are our 3rd engineer on the show. We're more than we're science.
Yeah, really glad to be here.
People come on this show. How are you, my friend?
Awesome. Yeah, doing really well. Had a great Thanksgiving. Just enjoying upstate New York for a bit here, and yeah, it's been really
great. Is that where you are, upstate New York?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Wait. So what's home base for you? Is
Houston.
it New York? Oh, Houston.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that feel to be in upstate New York?
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it snowed like crazy the day I landed.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Or the morning, the morning after, yeah.
Like last year, Texas had a big snowstorm, didn't it? Didn't it freeze?
Yeah, we've been having snow apocalypses every other year now.
Huh, that's wild.
Yeah.
So New York.
Well, this is upstate, but yeah.
Thanks, Daryl.
I haven't started yet, by the way.
Yeah, that's a whole different world, upstate New York, than like the city. Yeah,
it is beautiful.
I've only gone as far as Albany.
This is the area that I'm in. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, so past. I was gonna say anything north of Albany is like basically Canada.
Yeah, it gets real rural real quick.
Okay, so we got a couple of things that we got going on. If you don't mind, I do want to try to keep us more regimented than we normally are because I want to be respectful of your time and I'm taking you away from your family. So usually what happens when the first time that you come on the show, we kind of do a Batman origin story. So, so that the audience kind of gets to know you, who you are, a little bit more than just what you're known for on your show, which, by the way, I love your channel. Your YouTube channel is amazing. It is, like I said, the engineering side of product review, which is just absolutely, I don't think you can get better info and data than from watching, your show. So
thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Would you mind, how did you get started with all
that? Yeah, absolutely. So I think around 2017 or so, I was getting into playing with video cameras, and I've really always been into cars and the detailing ever since I was a kid. Basically, I think I was 20 when I got my first fun car, nice Camaro, and immediately started learning how to detail and work on my car. Over time, I would film little video clips here and there, and then around 2017, it just got particularly interested in the hobby, picked up some nice cameras, and just started playing with it. Initially, I was making car mod content, so mainly working on my Mustang, doing a big like supercharger install, then setting up a new shop at my current house. And over time, I played with some detailing stuff in the videos, and it started to take off a little more than some of the car mod content, which I still do a little of. But as I got into the detailing, one of the things I noticed is that there's not a lot of quantitative information out there. People aren't really figuring out why one product is better than another. And for me, that aspect was always very interesting. My family has a lot of scientists in it, so I've always had a bit of a mind for more quantitative things, trying to understand how things work. And I made a small video where I just lined up some products. I washed them. I did a few other basic tests, and that video really took off, and it made me think that that may be a better direction for the channel to make it more detailing focused.
Sorry, what products were you testing that first video?
So it was mostly LSPs, a lot of traditional products, things like Turtle Wax, McGuire's, all those kind of basic, go to the AutoZone and pick up some products and test. And, those tests were not as scientific as the stuff we're doing today, but they still show that these products had different characteristics. And really, I wanted to show which ones performed in some objective and some subjective ways better than others. And that content really took off a lot more so than just the car mods. Frankly, I think it's a much harder thing to do one of those car mod channels. You need definitely a lot of interest and capital to churn out the cars, turn them over.
Probably for sure.
That
can't be cheap.
Yeah, I mean, you can do the one car you're working on, and that's cool, and then you run out of content, and you're like, "What's the next thing?" I don't have the viewership to turn that car over and do another
Yeah.
one.
But I think it's pretty cool the format that you're using because there's a big difference between like, oh, it feels slick, and then you're like, I'm gonna measure how slick it really is. Like, there's a big difference between those two, you know?
Yeah,
And it's like I feel like 90% of the content that you see is like, oh yeah, it cleans well and it's slick and like, but
yeah,
there's no like comparison that you can hit it like
yeah,
black and white.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
very
really
subjective versus objective.
right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And his channel, I feel like it's. I don't think there's anybody out there doing that, which is
There's a
amazing.
couple. There's a couple of people. There's
But
friends
they
of
don't.
detailing, but they're not
Yeah,
quite using the same tooling. At least not the last time I watched one
yeah.
of his
You've got
videos.
like a whole
Still an
setup.
awesome channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always adding more things. Just recently added the contact angle metering or measurements rather.
I
That was a
saw
pretty
that.
interesting tool to
Yeah.
make. I've got a whole bunch of glass testing stuff that's going to be coming out. So I have real windshield glass cut into panes that I can work with to test glass products. So that's going to be the next thing coming to the channel.
Super cool.
You're kind of a badass.
Thank you.
You're kind of a badass. All right,
Yeah.
Eileen, you want to quick fire or what?
Yeah, sure. Is that? Did you have anything else to say, Dimitri, about your origin story? I don't want to
No, I
cut you
think
off again.
I think that's pretty much it. Mainly just trying to help people understand that there are differences in the characteristics of these products. I think with how much marketing there has been in the industry, it's been
Yeah.
hard for consumers to tell what's better than what. And every product says they're the best. They can't all be the best, and that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Cool.
But we can
Very cool.
strive to be the best.
We can strive to be
There's
the best.
there's
Yeah.
the difference.
Well, and what is the best? It's all subjective too. Some people prefer certain characteristics.
Right. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, quick fire questions. What is your favorite smell?
Ooh. Oh man, this one's easy. I love the JDM squash scent. And you know who's nailed it recently? A Christian with Biobombs.
Oh yeah.
Not even trying to plug it, but I've got it in a couple of cars right now, and it's
And
awesome.
that's where it's at.
Can I
Yeah, it's
ask?
so
Can I
good.
interject here real quick? You might even know this question because of what you just said in the background of what you were doing before. I tried looking up the origin story of squash as it relates to cars, and I can't find the information. So where does this term squash come from?
I genuinely don't know the full origin story either. It was big in the JDM community, and I was always a bit interested in that community as well. And it just for some reason it was called JDM squash. I think it's like a lemon lime scent, really,
It
but it's
is.
kind of more fruity than that,
I just
and I
can't
can't
figure out
really
where the
describe it.
origin story is because Christian alluded to
Yeah,
like it's an industry term, and
it
I
is. Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
find
there's
what
like
that
black
means.
squash. There's a bunch of other ones, but it's almost
Oh,
like a
there is.
melony. Yeah, it's like almost like a melony with lemon lime kind of smell. I don't really know how to describe it. It's
Someone asked
its
if
own
it's
thing.
super strong. Is it super strong?
Um, I mean, it depends on the concentration.
Yeah.
Christian's biobombs are heavily scented, but it depends on how much you use. You can use half the bar, and it's not bad if you stick it under a seat. After a couple
Yeah.
of days, I think it's pretty
Yeah,
neutral.
I think that he recommends you snapping the bar in half for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, a whole bar, I
Hey,
think,
Fred.
for the first week you'd be in there smelling like JDM squash.
Alrighty.
Here you go. Japanese car culture originated in street culture.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard too. I just don't really know why the name. Yeah.
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 Well, Firebird, write that down because it'll be a trivia question in Curmudgeon's 47.
There you go.
Alrighty. What's your least favorite smell?
Like vinegar. I can't do
Ooh,
salt and
okay.
vinegar chips.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
What is the most used app on your phone?
oh, my email apps.
Email.
I'm always stuck in emails. Yeah,
Yeah.
hundreds of emails a day.
Oh my God. All right. Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Oh boy.
Ha! Another one.
Anyways.
And I'm not even an Apple guy. This is the only Apple. I like AirPods and I like the iPhone. That's the only Apple stuff I
That's
like.
it. Okay. Well, I guess that's good. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh no. That just sounds like hell.
How about one album, maybe?
You strike me as a Swiftie,
No,
big
not at all.
brush it off kind of guy.
No, I'm more into like old school hip hop stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't know, the Chronic. I could probably listen to the Chronic.
That's
Okay.
pretty great. On my way into work yesterday, the Sugar Hill Gang came on the radio.
There you go.
And I was like, this, Rapper's Delight. I was like, oh my, like it was going to be a good day. Yesterday was going to be a good day. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
What is the best sandwich?
Ooh, I mean, definitely like Italian sub for me, sandwich wise.
That's a good one. Okay, what is one thing you own that you should throw out?
That's a good question.
I feel
like there's a lot of stuff I gotta throw out. Yeah, I'm not too sure what.
Okay, we can skip it.
Yeah, let's skip that one.
Yeah. What is the scariest animal?
Ooh, I guess I wouldn't like to deal with a shark. I feel like as a human, you'd be really in trouble in the water.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What was your first concert?
Oh, oh man, I'm totally blanking on the name now. It's they're from Houston too. It's
NWA.
No, Houston. Come on, man.
This guy.
Beyonce. Yeah, let's skip that one. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll do Beyonce.
Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Always working to do stuff. I don't know. That's probably
That's good. That's good.
That worked. Always working to do stuff. That worked.
Yeah.
What is your favorite action movie?
Ooh, you know what? Just because it's silly and I loved it as a kid, but probably True Lies.
Okay. True Lies. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Oranges. What do you think happens when you die?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's why we're always working to do stuff.
Yep. So I'm trying to do all this stuff before I die.
So we can go do nothing.
Wow. All right. All right. So then the hard questions, where are we at? We are at 8:17. Gotcha. All right. So the hard questions. We're doing the Mount Rushmore rapid rounds. Right. So you got basically the top 4 in any category. Top 4 movie genres for you.
Like horror, action, thriller, probably mystery, or maybe documentary. I don't know. It's toss up.
I'm a fan of documentaries.
Yeah.
And out of those 4, which one would you say you lean the most to?
Probably like action thriller-y type of stuff. Yeah.
All right. So then in the action genre, what's your top 4?
Well, I guess
True Lies.
True Lies. Like, where does Pulp Fiction fall? I guess it's kind of action, film noir, thriller.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely like that. I mean, obviously the Die Hard movies are always fun. Terminator, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I think I'm showing some of my age.
Yeah.
You and I, we swam in the same sandboxes, man.
Yeah.
So TV shows. What's your top 4 favorite TV shows? And it could be of all time. It doesn't have to be current.
Yeah. The Wire for sure. The Office. Let's see. Top Gear. I mean, Top Gear is probably my all-time favorite overall. And
that's right.
You know what? Parks and Rec is really great. Well, was really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm probably missing something, but yeah.
So music wise, what's your top 4 bands?
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of old school hip hop, like I said. So like Dre, Snoop, Tupac, and I like some of the new stuff, like Post Malone's pretty great.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Eminem, obviously.
Wow. Already throwing punches.
What were the dinosaurs like? I don't know, man. I'm not a paleontologist.
Man, this crowd is wild. Wait till Neil White gets here. Things then get really off the tracks. Are you much of a reader?
Yeah, I do like to read. Yeah.
All right. So what's your top 4?
I mean, like Michael Crichton for kind of science fiction, really like that. Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, um, Stephen King, really like Stephen King too.
So, did you prefer Eaters of the Dead or Eaters of the Damned or 13th Warrior?
Probably Eaters of the Damned.
It's the same thing. They renamed it for the movie.
Is it?
It's the same thing.
Maybe I didn't. Yeah. All right.
It was a trick question. I'm sorry. I should never have done that to you. I apologize.
Rude.
I know. That was cold. I'm a horrible guest. Or host. Guest host. And then your top 4 favorite foods.
Definitely sushi, barbecue, steaks. Like American fare, burgers, stuff like that. It's always good.
Okay. All right. It works for me. We broke bread. We had a great time. I mean, I really, really did. The wings were terrible, but you know what? The best part about that meal was the fact. So it was bio.
Were the wings terrible?
Oh, yeah, they were horrible.
Oh man, they looked good.
They looked so good, but they were terrible.
They really were. So we had Christian and Dmitry and myself, and we each did a sampling of different flavored wings, and then we all tried them. And the best part of having dinner with the engineer was they all got ranked, numbered best to worst. It was
and we were doing the water displacement test.
Based on texture, this one is a 5, but it was awesome. I had so much fun that night. All right, I'm going to have to interject one more time, and I apologize, Kimberly. For the record,
that's not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christian movie, or a Christmas movie, and I'll tell you why it's a Christmas movie. Because the writer who wrote the movie said it was. Now, just because Bruce Willis, who obviously his mental capacity is not quite there, said that it's not a Christmas movie. The fact of the matter is that the entire reason for everybody to be there was for a Christmas party. So without Christmas, that party would not have existed, and therefore there would be no Die Hard. The end. That was from the writer himself. So
I feel like the terrorists would have just picked a different occasion.
Yeah, I think
maybe. So. But can you name in all the different corporations that I've worked, other than say like a 50th year of the healthcare system being, the 50th year of the healthcare system. Can you think of an annual party that the healthcare system, or any corporation for that matter, throws other than a holiday Christmas-esque party?
I mean, there's sales kickoffs and stuff, but yeah, you're right. Christmas parties kind of ubiquitous.
All right.
I'll give you a point there.
Thank you. By the way, I want you to know that the is Star Wars a fantasy or a sci-fi conversation that we had?
Fantasy.
You're 100% right. It rocked my world. It changed everything as far as my thought pattern when it came to this kind of stuff. And again, your metric is flawless. Okay. I think that's it. For my Mount Rushmore.
Can I ask you a question? When it comes to your content, and I'm always curious about this because I guess for my own, like creating a process for my own channel and how that looks and what works and doesn't work for others. Do you have a set schedule, or do you create a schedule of content in advance that you work with and you keep that schedule? Like how do you create your content, but like
I know what you mean. Yeah. So I don't have a very rigid schedule, but I do have a kind of an order that I'm filming things in and staging things. So obviously there's a lot of like cure times and testing times involved, and essentially what I've set up is a way to stage things together so that I'm able to create a lot of content at the same time, and I think that's what helps me the most. And then I have an idea of what the release schedule is going to be. So just like before I flew out here, I filmed 6 videos back to back so that I have content to start editing while I'm out here, and then I already know what order I'm going to release things in. And some of it is staging things out so that maybe I don't have the same company whose product I'm testing back to back, things like that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's not just becoming like the Ethos channel or the Adams channel or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. What's your favorite part about about the content creation of the YouTube videos?
I definitely love finding out what the results are like because I think people come in with preconceived notions of what they expect a product to do.
Yeah,
And I love seeing what the actual performance is and getting data that's interesting out of it. And then also, I just really love whenever we see products that are always breaking the barrier and performing better than things we've tested before. Like recently, I tested the C6 Hydrolite, and
I saw that.
boy, is
Yeah,
it a pricey product. But I mean,
yeah,
it hit every mark. It was a high score in basically in every category, and
yeah,
that's something that I hadn't seen before. And I've even seen my scoring change over the years because of how good products are getting, and that excites me a lot. You know, when I have to say like, "Hey, we can't be doing durability tests from 1 to 20 anymore. Everything's so good now. We're looking at thousands of washes potentially." And
right.
one of the reasons that prompted me to mechanize it because I started to see all these new products being so much more performant, and that gets me really excited. And then I do
Yeah,
like to actually finish the video, be able to release it. It feels like there's some satisfaction in hitting that go button when you hit publish, and you know you're
yeah,
done, and you get to kind of see if people like it or not. And
Do you ever
right.
that's
get
fun for me
blowback
too.
about like, oh, your data is wrong?
Oh,
Like,
sure. Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's a minority of viewers. Sometimes people just don't believe things. Honestly, people get so passionate about detailing, which I love. I think it's really great how passionate everybody is. And sometimes, though, it gets into a little bit of like, hey, you said you didn't like my favorite product, and people get a little upset. But I mean, it's not a big deal. We all have things we like. And
Yeah,
look, and sometimes things work better for people than maybe they work for me. There's differences in batches, especially maybe for companies that are sourcing products and rebranding them rather than working with a company to create their formulation, and they may not have good consistency. Like we
and
saw
how do
that, yeah, we saw that a few times with several products where even I tested multiple batches and they were different.
how do you and so I know that you mentioned earlier that you just had a new equipment that you created for the contact angle, right?
Yep.
For the C6. I believe the C6 was the first time you ever used that. Or did it, maybe I missed it from another video, but
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
when I first
C6
saw
was the
that.
first video where I implemented it outside of the
Yeah.
video where I demoed it. Yeah.
Okay. And so how do you see other people's content and you watch their channels to decide the metrics that you use, or do you decide what metrics on your own? Like how do you decide what you're going to test this product with
Yeah,
or
so I
against?
mean, I'm definitely looking at other people, not always just to see what they're doing, but also to see what kind of things people are interested in watching. So, people are interested in how hydrophobic products are. For example, I would see a lot of times people saying, "Hey, I've got this coating on my paint," and they promise it'll be 120-degree contact angles, but maybe it's not really feasible to see that on paint unless it's a completely perfect substrate.
Right.
And I want to explain things like that to people, what it kind of works like in the real world. And I do get ideas from that. I especially like to see people's comments and like forum threads, things like that. It's interesting to see what people are discussing, what's interesting. And of course, obviously, I do look at what competing channels that do more quantitative testing, what they're
Yeah.
doing, so I can make sure. I mean, look, it's a competition like anything else.
Of course. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want somebody overtaking in terms of methodology or whatever else. I do think at the moment I have the best methodologies out of at
Right.
least anything that I've seen, but I want to make sure it stays that way.
Very cool. Yeah, it seems like you have a really great system and a process, and I love that it's very black and white. There's no like I said before, there's a lot of content out there where it's like it feels slick, and obviously it's someone's opinion, right? So you just have to take
Yeah,
that opinion for what it's worth. But when they come to your channel and they see it, it's like it's either is or it isn't. Like it's
yeah,
not like it feels like, on a Wednesday morning, maybe it's, this or
yeah.
that, the other thing. And I really appreciate that from your channel because it
Thank you.
gives you that. Yeah, because if you couple that with maybe some other videos that you see, and like let's say we'll use your C6 review as if I was a detailer and I was looking into like joining, the C6 team, your videos would definitely be a video that I would want to watch outside of anyone else making it because you give such a, you know
Yeah.
non-bi like, yeah, it's a great point of view.
Yeah, but I mean, other content is definitely valuable too. Like, for example,
Of
I saw
course.
Eddie's video on the C6 Hydrolite. I thought it was a good video. But, the take there is it's more about installing and some of the tips and tricks around that, which I think
Right.
is important for viewers too if they've never done an installation, while my
For
focus
sure.
is more on trying to create quantitative and qualitative data for these products.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I do a little bit, of the kind of how-to content too here and there. Like I did a series with Vonix last year. That was really fun.
Okay, awesome. Do you have like a favorite category of products to test?
I mean, coatings are always a lot of fun because I
Yeah.
think just the extreme performance that you can get. But personally, I really love, like just for my own use, I love a lot of very traditional products, like even applying liquid and paste waxes can be a lot of fun, something kind
Yeah.
of therapeutic in that. But I
Oh, for
do,
sure.
even now, I tend to put coatings on everything just because it's
Yeah.
like such a no-brainer because of the performance.
Yeah. I definitely do, and I don't know if it's like the old school or the traditional in me, but I feel like it's like when you think about applying a wax, it's like so therapeutic, like you said.
Yeah,
Put on some
yeah,
good music in the garage and just go to town with a wax.
yeah.
I mean, those days are gone, obviously, because the ceramic coatings exist. And I mean, I guess technically you could put a wax over a ceramic coating,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
at that point, you're doing it more for the nostalgia and less for the
yeah, exactly.
actual
Yeah.
purpose. Mr. Aaron,
Ma'am,
would you like to
give away some stuff? Absolutely.
yeah, because we're kind of halfway
We're halfway through. We're halfway
through
through. Dimitri's got lots
Mr.
to say.
Dimitri's
We're only
time.
halfway through. Hey, so besides testing, do you do any like real serious detailing?
Just my own vehicles or
Just your own
Fred's
vehicle.
vehicles or yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Eddie and Jamie just dropped a video today where they're actually out there detailing and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, I mean those guys I forget if Eddie does. I think Eddie does professional detailing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean obviously for me I have a different day job. This is more of a hobby that turned just through my own curiosity turned into this.
sure. No, I
Yeah.
understand that.
Yeah.
100%. All right. So what do you want to give away there, lady?
Dmitry, you've used Phoenix products before, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
What
Somebody seems to like Glossum
I
wax.
was about to say I love that Glossum.
Yeah, you like the Glossum wax?
I do, yeah.
So
Again, traditional liquid. I really liked it. Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. All right. So why don't we give away a bottle of Dimitri's favorite Glossum wax?
let's do that.
All right. So hit him with the question.
Dmitry said that he started his channel in what year?
I know this one. I was actually paying attention.
Glossum is pretty.
I would like you guys' perspective on a question. If there's a theoretical, okie dokie. We got a new winner.
Ooh.
Like Keith Fiber. Keith? Keith? No. I know that I just sent him something. I know that I just did. Hold on a second. Let me go to my. Keith.
Ulysses.
Gotta let other people win. God.
But Keith
yeah,
didn't
Kronos
win.
is on my list.
Have you tried it?
I have a bottle. It's in my queue.
Yeah. The newest version? I'm hoping.
Ooh, I don't know, Aaron. I got to see when you sent me that. Maybe it's not the newest version.
Yeah, I probably should send you a new one. I don't think I have sent it to you in a while. So
yeah,
let me send you a new
version.
version.
New one.
Yeah, we can double check. We can look at when you sent it. I don't want you to waste product if it's still a good one. Yeah.
No, but we've updated it. So
okay.
It's like version 2.0 now. So Keith got a banner last week. Just so we're all clear.
Okay.
I sent him a banner.
Great job, Keith. He's been waiting for that since 2017, I think.
You do me so dirty all the time. And yet,
bonus question, guys. How long has Keith been waiting for that banner?
You're just, hurtful. Hurtful. It was already delivered. He already has it. He got it Friday. He got it 2 days ago or yesterday. Right? Yesterday.
All right.
I
Let's see here. There's a
I want
question.
J Farm. J Farm. Listen,
J Farm.
I'm
You did
J
it.
Farm. I like it. We're going J Farm, and Keith can fight me later. Send your shipping info to Aaron at phoenixeod.com, J Farm, and we will get you a bottle of gloss and wax.
Dmitry, what is your perspective on this question here?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think we're going to see things continue to get better. I don't know
Oh
that
no.
that every category is just gonna keep getting better, but I mean, it's like anything else. Our computer is going to get better. Yeah, I mean, things are going to keep getting better. I think we're going to see things that are easier to use, different niche products. Potentially, we're seeing this diamond technology coming out right now that, again, I don't completely understand the chemistry of it, but clearly I've been testing products that have some extreme characteristics.
Yeah.
I think we'll see that evolution of both ease of use, maybe how fast things cure. Again, we are seeing some very rapidly curing products too. Uh, I think there's going to be a lot more going on with easier to install clear films and things like that. Uh, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of things coming in the future.
Very cool. Alrighty.
Oh, you know what? Also, just last week he got a $50 gift card.
Oh, we're still on that. Okay.
I'm
cool.
just saying. I'm just
For
saying.
sure.
The man. Like, I
accounting.
feel guilty. I feel guilty saying no to people, but then all of a sudden it's just like, well, wait a second. He got a $50 gift card. He got a banner.
I thought he was going through his notes to see what question he was going to ask next. Instead, he's like,
No, you're going through receipts over there.
I'm going through receipts. Like, wait a second.
He's like, on another thing.
He's got his visor on. Like,
wow. I mean, I bet Matt doesn't take this kind of gruff on his show.
Probably not. Anyways, Dmitry, so I'm curious. I'm always curious when it comes to talking with creators, especially YouTube creators. What channels inspired you to do what you do now, and then what channels inspire you now to continue forward?
yeah. When I was doing car mod stuff, there were guys doing Mighty Mods out of Australia. Yeah, those guys had a lot of really cool content. I really enjoyed watching their stuff. And today, I think I'm inspired by, honestly, not necessarily giant channels, but a lot of the smaller stuff, like Jamie's stuff that he's been doing has been really great. And I just love seeing people that I saw getting into creation around the same sort of time that are doing really well. I think that's always inspiring.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Someone over here, Mr. J Farm. Sorry, I don't know your first name, J Farm, but do you think companies dial back longevity of products so they can sell them more than once? What do you think about that?
I think that they're likely more focused on usability and probably balancing characteristics rather than focusing on just maximum durability. I don't know that they have to create a product that is less long lasting simply because average American keeps a car 4 to 5 years tops. Typically, even if you apply coating on a car, if you're daily driving it and washing it, you're going to start getting scratches and swirls over time. After a year, after a couple of years, depending on how soft your paint is, you may be doing another polish and coating. Maybe the coating can last 10 years. It doesn't mean the car still looks good after 4 years. So I think there's an inherent cycle in this, especially car guys that are buying coatings. A lot of them, they swap out cars like constantly, right?
Well, plus professional detailers too. I mean, we're seeing cars every day, all day long, and there's obviously a need for that.
Yeah, I mean, there's constantly cars being sold.
To weigh in on this, one, you're 100% correct, and then two, when you're making claims for longevity and so on and so forth, you're looking at a laboratory / like we've been able to allow, and they do it by measuring how long it takes for it to wear down, or how many washes it takes to wear down, or all those things that you do in your lab.
Yep.
So when they make those kind of claims, They also build into it the disclaimers, which is, environment and application and how it's applied and the panel prep and all of that stuff that goes into the longevity of a coating. But, from a legalistic point of view, you can say, oh, I can get away with X amount of years because we were able to produce that in the laboratory in a very controlled environment. Whereas, anybody that knows anything about detailing outside or whatnot, walking outdoors, your environment changes, and that will have a massive, like Hawaii Tim, his results are going to be 100% different than, say, I don't know, Eileen in the high desert. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
two entirely different climates that you're dealing with. So that, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
like you said, I think that most people that are in this game, meaning the detailer aspect of it, they're always experimenting with stuff, and they're always reapplying things, and they're doing maintenances, and they're doing all that stuff that will help get the longevity out of whatever it is that they're doing for their customers. And there's tips and tricks that you can do to continue to extend it, build a maintenance package into your pricing when you are, doing a coating package that incentivizes the customer to come back. It also, incentivizes the customer when they do come back that you can kind of add, an interior clean for a couple extra bucks, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, especially people buying high-end coatings, people, especially DIYers, they get bored. You're going to want to redo it just because you're bored at some point.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real issue that they're worried that if the product's too good, you're not going to buy more.
Yeah. Plus, I think recently. Oh, go ahead. We're back to this.
I love him. I do, and I don't want him to think bad of me.
He was trying to replace the Car Pro, and I feel like I've heard that multiple times. And you were like, "Yeah." Anyways.
Did you know that his favorite movie genre is action, and he loves True Lies?
I'm glad that you were taking notes, Aaron. I appreciate it.
Yep. It's about that time.
Aaron, can I ask you though? Because I wanna know, Aaron.
Yeah.
Because you are obviously the owner of detailing brand of chemicals.
In theory.
Someone had mentioned earlier if detailing companies gear their business towards the retail customer. Where the hell is it?
That's a good question.
Retail customer who has no idea. Ignorant.
That one? Is that one?
Yep.
Is it that one?
Yep.
Is the retail customer targeted by these detail companies for being ignorant and not price conscientious? Again, I can't speak for any other company, nor do I want to speak on behalf of any other company. I'll tell you what Phoenix does. Phoenix is community first. And if you've watched the show, if you've known me, if you interact with me in any way, shape, or form, you know that I do take all of this stuff personally. And so I like to cook. I do all the cooking here at the house for the most part. There's a couple of dishes that Kim makes that are amazing. But when I cook for the enjoyment of the people that I am cooking for. And when it comes to making my product line, I want people to be excited about it. I want people to be happy about it. And when it comes to like making money or like he said, the question, I guess, pertaining to, retail, we had I have a customer of mine down in Florida. His name is Jim Smith. He's an excellent fellow. He calls me and we talk at length. And he's like, hey, if you're going to be the brand for the everyman, I don't detail a whole lot of cars, so I don't need those sizes of bottles. Like, can you and because those bottles are like, the ceramic coating at 50 milliliters is like $100. I don't need it. I'm going to use half of that, and then it's going to rot in my shelf. So I said, all right, then let's make smaller bottles. We'll make smaller bottles, and we'll obviously reduce the price. And so, like, I've made sure that all of my pricing is below anything else that's out there, because I do want my core, my belief, my motivation, my morals, whatever you want to call it. I want people to enjoy my cooking. I want my cooking to be affordable to people, and I want my products to work and then to be happy with it. So yes, I'm very mindful of price and performance, and I want there to be like the best product out there if it's possible. And I keep, like, we're up to version 3 of Hydra, we're up to version 3 of Apex, because
so question on that is the versions that you create, do you base it off of content that people like Dmitry or the Mike G's of the world and all of them that create these content and test your products out? Do you update the formula and the way that they perform based on what you see these content creators creating, or is that something that, like, you have it set where, like, let me revisit this formula in 6 months? Like, what
no, it's 100% based
decides
upon,
you?
it's based upon feedback from everybody. There's people like Dmitry, there's people like, Jamie and Eddie, and it's never really based upon the content that they're putting on YouTube or wherever it is. It's based upon a conversation after seeing the video. Like, for Mike G is a perfect example. So Mike G puts up a video of Hydra V2, and he's like, it's okay. It runs in the middle of the pack. And so then he says that, and Eddie says that, and Jamie says that, and my, Fab says that. So then I call up Mike G and I said, okay, so you say that it runs in the middle of the pack. What would set it apart? What would you like to see more of? How could I do something differently to make it kind of stand alone? And then he'll say, well, I needed it to do this, I needed to do that, I needed to do this. And so then I go to Eddie and Jamie and all the other guys, and I say, all right, so based upon this, what would you like to see more of? And so then I get to go back to my chemist, and I go, all right, so these are what the problems are. This is what they're saying. And we need to address these 3 or 4 or 5 issues or whatever it is. We need to make these characteristics better, right, so that we start running in the front of the pack and not in the middle of the pack. And that's how I do it. So it starts with a video, but it ends with a conversation, one-on-one conversation, because I really want to know, like, I truly want to know what Dmitry, what are you looking for, man? When I'm doing this, what are you looking for? What could I do to be better? And that's ultimately how this thing works, is what can I do to be better? How can I evolve? Because I constantly want to evolve. The industry is evolving. And if somebody out there comes up with something better, I'm going to be curious about it. And I want to know why they're better. And then I'm going to see if I can't replicate it or go
so so tell me this, how long will it take for you to get Kronos 2.0 to Dmitry? Just so we know, like, the timeline, and hopefully it's not the same timeline as Keith's banner.
I know Eileen has a obligation, so she can't be with us any longer. So we'll unbelievable. I put it on my list and I'm sending it out.
All right, Dmitry, we're a few minutes before. I know you have to cut out, but what I wanted to do was kind of, if there's anyone out there, and I don't think anybody exists out there that has not heard of your channel, but if there are any people out there that have not, would you be able to provide us with exactly what your channel does, and for someone who has never seen your channel, what would they find on your channel?
Yeah, absolutely. The primary focus of this channel is to provide objective and some subjective data on mostly LSP products, so waxes, coatings, and sealants, where we take a look at characteristics like slickness, ease of installation, visual appeal, durability, as well as contact angle, and essentially try to break down what each characteristic of the product is, how it compares to other products in the category. I have a website where there's a big table of that, and essentially figure out what are the specs of this product. If you were to imagine sort of, I don't know what those charts are called that have like the spider web design with the points,
Oh, yep.
where, yeah, I can't remember what the name for that is, but essentially I want to show where each product has its strong suits, and
Yeah.
allow people to make choices about what's important to them, and get away from just marketing of, hey, ours is the best, or ours is the slickest, or the most durable, or whatever it is, and actually
Yeah.
start to show some data for it. So if you're interested in some quasi-scientific, as I would call it, analysis and characterization of these products, then definitely come to the channel. And there's also,
Yeah.
car-related videos, mods, things like that I do. So yeah.
What's your favorite? I heard that you're into classic cars. Is that,
No, late model for me.
yeah? What's your like ultimate car?
Like, what would I want the most right
Yeah.
now?
Like if someone was like,
Man,
"We're gonna give you this car, click your heels 3 times." What is it?
yeah. I mean, I'd love a GT3 RS.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Or
beautiful.
a 918. I mean, a 918 if we're, if it's fantasy, sure.
Yeah. What color?
Ooh, for the GT3,
Yeah.
man, I like the Carmine Red. I think they still do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have a thing for chalk. That color for
Oh
some reason,
yeah, that teal, that
it's
chalk
so
teal they do is
nice.
amazing too. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, a lot of their colors are great. I'd probably stay away from the boring like silver, black, whatever. But
Oh yeah, of course.
um,
I mean, if you're gonna get that car, you have to do something
yeah,
that says, "Wow."
yeah, they have a nice green as well. Like there's like a lime green. And
Oh
it
really?
varies by year. I don't know what. I'm not as much of a nerd to know which years or which colors.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's all I got. Aaron, you got anything? What are you looking at over there? The moon?
Um, dog's having a bit of an issue.
Oh.
Okay. Good night.
Good. Oh,
You're
we
on
lost
mute.
you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, as you guys know, my dog's been having a couple of issues as of the last couple of weeks. Prognosis is getting better, but he's
Oh, good.
still having some issues, and we're waiting for the pathology report to come back to see exactly what we're dealing with. And they don't see any kind of bone decay, so they're thinking that it might be operable.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
hope
Anyway,
That's
so.
good news.
sorry about all
Yeah.
that. Dimitri, I apologize. You deserve
No,
that.
man. I mean, that's a big deal. Hopefully, everything will be okay.
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Uh,
All right. So we got 8 minutes left with the man. What other questions, if anything? You got 8 minutes with one of the greatest engineers on the planet. All right,
you're way overselling
rivaling Elon Musk
At least.
and some other famous engineer that I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah. Anyway, so what else you got?
What's your day job, Dmitry? Sorry, I didn't ask that
So
earlier.
my background is primarily in like systems engineering for data centers, as well as cloud computing type of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The last time that I got to hang out with Dmitry, he had this big thing happening the next day.
Oh
And it
yeah.
was like, it's either going to work or it's not going to work. And if it doesn't work, the entire thing is going to shut down. And
Yeah, it's one of those resume generating events if it does not work.
Oh no.
Seems like a lot of pressure, man.
Well, I'm
It's
hoping
all right,
it
it worked.
worked. Yeah.
He
It
was
worked.
out and he was having fun. We were eating wings, like nothing was going to happen tomorrow, but it could have been Armageddon. Who cares?
Hey, I mean, that's like systems engineering. So I have background in both as a Linux system engineer and now also in data center infrastructure engineering. So keeping the internet online.
What's your
Fuso
opinion
Soft
of the
99, I don't know if they've re-released it, but when I tested it years ago, they had some really cool characteristics. I believe it was a fluorine-based polymer that they were using, and it had some pretty insane durability, as I recall, even just for a basic paste wax. For hand washing, I was getting some pretty crazy numbers out of it. I know there's a video on there from years ago. I did several
Yeah.
Fuso paste products, and I know at least one of them through hand washing, got like hundreds of washes. So I was pretty impressed with that.
I honestly wanted, I was hunting that monster when we were doing the Colossum wax because I remember I don't know if you ever watched anything from Brian from Apex, but
I've seen some, yeah.
He used to do these challenges, kind of like knockout brackets, like a final, like a March Madness. And Fusos was always coming up at the end as one of the reigning supreme 10 waxes. And so I was just like, if we're going to go hunting a white whale, let's go hunt Fusos.
Yeah.
Someone
they
wants to
definitely have
know
some cool products. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Someone wanted to know if you shut down the internet over the summer.
No, that was CrowdStrike. That wasn't me.
All right. Someone else wants to know.
We know, Dmitry. Yeah, you had nothing to do with it.
What products do you think are the biggest scam on the market?
Ooh, that's probably a good one. Honestly, I think there's some very brazen white labeling going on with smaller brands where they're just straight up getting something from China, sticking a sticker on it, not even changing the packaging, and having very dubious test results. That's probably it. And then also, I think misrepresentation of product characteristics. So I used to get real frustrated when people would say, "Oh, coatings are diamond hard." No, they're not. Like not even remotely. They're about as hard as your fingernail.
Right. What detailing chemical brands are your top 3?
Honestly, for beginners, I know it's gonna sound dumb because they've become such a big brand and people I think love to hate on them, but I still really like Adams. There's a
I
lot
thought
of
you were gonna say Chemical
easy.
Guys, so I'm down for
No,
Adams.
no,
It's
I'm
all
not.
right.
I'm not that crazy. I'm crazy. I'm not that crazy. But yeah, no, I think Adams is pretty like I've rarely gotten something where I went like, "Hey, this wasn't good."
Yeah, I feel the
And
same way about Griot's. I think Griot's is
Grios
pretty
has got
solid.
good stuff too. You're not going to get something that's terrible. As far as things like high-end LSPs, I've definitely had great experiences with Ethos. They've got some awesome stuff. Now I'm dealing a lot with these DIY products and C6. Definitely some amazing products and everything I've been testing there.
I assume you'll get
Obviously,
Chronos.
yeah, well, I was gonna say I need to test Chronos, but in the paste wax, I recently, as my top wax, recommended Glossum from Phoenix E.O.D. It's a terrific paste wax. That's probably some of my list of favorite stuff out there.
Cool.
But if you're just picking a random chemical brand and you just want to have, a company that makes everything and you can just go buy something and it'll be decent, like I'd probably say Adams. If you just want a one-stop shop.
Cool.
But they're not a boutique. Like obviously things that Phoenix E.O.D can offer and some of these more emerging brands, it's definitely more interesting because they're not worried about pleasing the masses like a bigger brand.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, House of Rags. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, excited about everything Jamie's doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They've got some big stuff going.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having me, guys. Yeah, I really appreciated being on. It's been a lot of fun.
For sure. Definitely.
Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
I can't wait to get back to Philadelphia. So as soon as you're done,
I'll be back, man.
As soon as you're done upstate New York, get yourself down here.
There's a chance I might make it down in some weeks or maybe a month or so. So I'll let you know.
We're gonna find a better wing joint, which would not be hard to do, but we'll find a better wing joint and get you down here for some brotherly love. So
absolutely,
Dmitry, thank you so much.
New York.
Thanks so much, everyone.
It was a real. I wanted to see you at SEMA. I know that you had obligations elsewhere.
Couldn't make it this year, but hopefully next year.
Next year, we had a really great time, and I would have loved to have brought you along with. Was it Glove Box and I think Bio Bombs? We went out, had a great time. So always a pleasure hanging out with you, and I can't wait to see you again. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You're an excellent guest, and please tell your family thank you for sharing you on the holiday weekend. So,
all right, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Dmitry.
Yeah,
talk to you later.
Thank you.
What a guy, huh?
For real. Can we fix this? Okay, there it goes. I like it better.
What a man! What a man! What a man! What a man!
That's the song?
I don't know.
That's a good song to think of to sing.
I always remember it from. I want to say that it was like a WWE event, and it was like some celebrity star came and they sang salt. Was that salt? That wasn't Salt and Pepper, was it?
Yeah.
It is Salt.
No, that's what I mean. En Vogue? No, I don't know.
One of them. Anyway,
Sure.
here we are.
One of those girl groups.
Going into hour 2, we're supposed to give something away. I'm still. I got post-traumatic stress disorder from the last giveaway, so I don't know if I want to do it again. Why didn't we talk about blue collar? I don't know, Richard, because you were asleep at the switch.
So,
yes, ma'am.
The next few weeks, we will be doing podcasts every week, and every week we will have fun-filled guests. Do we know what our next week guest is that maybe we can share with everyone?
Pretty sure it's Humberto, isn't it? First from Puerto Rico, Humberto, which I have not seen at all in the chat since the very beginning at like 4:00 in the afternoon today.
Yeah. Oh, I think he said he had to drive someone. Someone was going to the hospital. He had to drive someone.
I am not trying to. I'm not. No, I'm saying that when I hear that song, that's what I think of. I know it's not from WWE. It was a special thing. I want to say it was like Michael Strahan, like the Giants player, when he came out, they were singing it to Michael Strahan, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Where's my 71 Hemi Cuda? I don't even know. Yeah, so Humberto should be here next week. So then what we're doing is we're doing a rapid fire every week up until Christmas Day, because I wanted to share a screen. So what we have here. See if I can find it. Okay. No. Okay. What we have here is share screen.
That's right, Ryan.
There we go. All right. So we are now in the very, very heart of the Pay It Forward campaign. And all year long, we have been getting some amazing donations. And the donations are still coming in. I know House of Rags they were supposed to have a delivery today. It got pushed back until Monday. They've donated a bunch of stuff. Chelsea has donated a ton of stuff. Nick Fry has donated a ton of stuff. Most of the people here in the chats have donated, stuff, even if it's just one or two things. Humberto's donated at least 2 polishers. So we have a ton of stuff. And so now Thanksgiving marks the period of the nominations. So between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I want everybody to go to, let's see if I can bring this banner up. Beep, bop, bop. I got so many stupid banners.
Anyway, we need nominations.
Yeah, so let's bring on the nominations. You basically just go to our website and find the little tab at the top of the page, Pay It Forward campaign, right there at the top of the page, Pay It Forward campaign. It's right here. And then it brings you to this page, and you scroll down, and we've made it so super easy. Nominees first name, nominees last name, if you have the email, whatever, and then basically why you're nominating the person, and then boom, and send them a chance to win some unbelievably great swag. I mean, this year we literally have everything to run a detailing company.
There's a ton of stuff. I mean, you sent me some videos of everything that you got, and it's insane how much stuff you have.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea gave an extractor, a vacuum cleaner, a steamer.
She gave the kitchen sink, everything.
BioBombs, we got the entire thing from BioBombs. Nick Fry sent basically one chemical. Speaking of Adams polishes, I think Nick Fry sent at least 3 bottles of their entire line.
Yeah, I saw
boxes upon boxes upon boxes of stuff. And again, it's not about Phoenix. It needs to be bigger than Phoenix. It needs to be bigger. It's our community. So I'm not doing brand specific, or I'm afraid to give away something from a competitor. Hawaii Tim, he's donated a ton of stuff. Every time unlike some people, every time he wins something, he donates it to the Pay It Forward campaign. Anyway, just saying. Anyway,
yes, the people who donated definitely came out strong and provided a bunch of stuff, and now we just need everyone here to share that so we can get some great nominations and help some good people out that need help. So share the website. We've got some content. Phoenix, you on your Instagram, you have content going on your page.
Yeah, we're going to be pumping it out as much as possible.
Yeah, has content. So take that, share it with people, share it on your stories, share it everywhere.
Let me jump in here real fast to kind of help promote this thing. To help promote this, you have to get the word out. We have to get the word out in order for this to be promoted. So what we decided to do was Ryan Hansen, our chairman of the Pay It Forward campaign, has donated the M21 Pro dual action polisher. All you have to do to be entered into the giveaway is between, well, technically today, last week, now, and our Christmas show, which would be December 21st. 26th. We have we have all 4 horsemen coming in on the 21st. The big grand finale of the nomination push.
Hi, Doug.
December 21st, we have all 4 horsemen coming in, and between tonight's episode and December 21st, all you have to do is invite people to come to the show, and then have them drop your name. Hey, Kimberly MC sent me to your show, and I'm a new subscriber to your show. Boom, the end. Automatically, Kimberly MC gets entered into the giveaway. If Kimberly
make sure we know that, so we can make a note of it, because
hopefully they'll say, "Hey, I'm here because of Kimberly MC." And
I haven't seen that today, but
I have not. But I have seen like 4 new people, which is awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
So and if Kimberly brings in 5 people to the show, and they all say Kimberly MC brought us, then she gets entered in 5 times. So the more people that you bring, the more time that you can get entered into the giveaway, and you will win this monster of a machine. And I'm pretty sure we got pads for it and stuff. I don't remember, but the polisher alone is, I think, $200. Brand new. So invite your friends, invite your family, invite your mailman to come to the show. We're going to be running it every week between now and Christmas at 8:00. Every week. No purchase necessary. That is correct. All you need to do is bring a friend. Bring a friend and have them shout you out juice free.
And the reason we want to the reason why we want to do that is we want more eyes onto this Pay It Forward campaign, because of the fact that we have so much stuff that we want to give out, that having those extra eyes would definitely help us with.
The more people that know about it, the more people will get nominated, the more people we can help. We have so much stuff. I would love to be able to spread it out. I think last year we did 4 big winners and 4 honorable mentions. But with the amount of stuff that we have, we can do so much more than that. I still want the grand prize winner to be the grand prize winner. But we have so much stuff that I think that we can do a lot of good for a lot of people. It could be somebody just starting out. It could be somebody that's struggling. It could be, it could be anybody at this point. Just make sure it's a good story, and make sure that they can actually use it. They need to be able, we need to be able to do something for people instead of, I just wanted to line my shelves and, be a winner. I just wanted to be a winner. I just wanted to be a winner.
This isn't a giveaway. We're trying to give people a way out, a better way to run their business or do what they do that brings them joy. And, we have the way to do that.
The winter months are really hard on a lot of people because it gets tough. Between November and February, it gets tough for us. And I say us because even though I'm not detailing, I'm selling to detailers. So when you're slow, I'm slow. Well, I mean, Keith, I don't really, I know that last year, Detail Doug, he did a Pay It Forward to a school.
Yes, I remember that.
and we've been trying to. I've been trying to negotiate with. There's a couple of Votex in the area, and they teach auto detailing, but they are in contracts with some bigger companies like 3D, or 3M. They have like the Penco techs here. They're in with 3M, and so it's tough to just donate to those schools that are already pretty much taken care of and locked in.
Yeah. We received that, Ulysses. I saw his nomination come through.
Yeah, it was pretty. It attracted a lot of eyes on that particular email. So yeah. Good stuff. He lost the locker after he lost.
Yeah, I think they're talking about football.
Sounds football, yeah. Sounds football-ish. Yes. I mean, if he just said the Redskins, it would clear up everything. But.
He did. He said it earlier. The Bears.
The Bears.
I stopped listening because the only thing that matters are the Steelers.
I've always loved you. I've always loved you. Seriously.
Even though I think they lost to the Bears this past week. I think. I don't know.
Who cares?
The Bears.
We 6-time champs without cheating.
Right.
Yeah. Without cheating. There's no asterisk next to our name.
No, definitely not. Absolutely not.
Steelers. You know what I'm talking about. Mouth
for sure.
On a kid. We got to give something away. We were supposed to give something away at 9:00, but we kept rambling about the Pay It Forward campaign, which is a good cause, and we should ramble about it. Maybe a business training component would be a good thing to add to the Pay It Forward. Well, Chris M., funny you should say that. We not only have one business training component, but we have 3 business training components. 1, Brian from Apex has donated an entire training seminar. Hawaii Tim has donated a training seminar from Car Supply Warehouse, and Chelsea from Attention to Detail has donated a virtual business class, start to finish, of running a detailing business, not just the detailing aspect, but the actual running of the business. So we actually are giving away 3 of those this year, and I'm pretty sure they each have like a value of like $750. It is nuts. Our community has pulled out all the stops for this Pay It Forward. We have crazy amount of things to give away. Super generous people in this community. We can really help, and I mean really, truly help.
Right. Which is why it's so important for us to get those nominations.
Right along with Eileen. Absolutely. She just donated it. You gotta provide your own transportation, but once you get there,
you can come here.
Once you get out in the middle of the desert,
we're gonna ride along in the middle of July when it's peak summer.
Someone who's given me a ride in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
This lady knows how to move. I think her foot is made out of lead. And it is awesome. It's awesome. Her machine can fly. It's pretty intense. Anyway, so there you go.
At high speeds, yes.
Any other questions, Chris M?
But if you're on Instagram and if you're following, first of all, you should be following the Curmudgeon's Corner podcast Instagram. So that's step 1. You follow them because we follow you back. And then after you do that, then you share all of the content that has to do with Pay It Forward campaign, because like I said, we can't help people if they don't know what we're trying to do. So let them know. Cash cab with Eileen. Well, maybe.
I'd be down for that. I'd throw my hat in the ring for that.
There he is. Humberto's back.
It's about time. We weren't talking about you at all, I promise.
Nope. That's the name of the game. Pay it forward for a new or old detailer. Yep. Absolutely.
There you are.
What else you got?
Instagram.com/Curmudgeon's Corner pod.
I don't know about that, but listen, open up your Instagram app and then just type in Curmudgeon's Corner, and then you will see this logo that's on your beautiful screen right now. And follow. We'll follow back.
Eileen made that logo.
That's us right there.
That was you. You did. That was all you. Oh, by the way, I do owe you an apology. So
I like it. Let's go.
I recently brought on a social media person, and she's been helping me with SEOs. She's been helping me with branding. She's been helping me with all that stuff. And I think she didn't get the memo, which, I mean, you and I have already talked. Remember that really cringy story that I told you about me trying to describe the situation?
I don't know. You tell me a lot of cringy stories.
Oh, wow. Really? I thought I only gave you one cringy story. But anyway, she cut out your logo and she put Dmitry's Garage logo where your logo.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't until today as I'm building it. I'm like, wait a second. Where's get so clear? What? Oh no. And I was like, oh, it's too late to walk it back from Instagram and social. So
yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna apologize.
That's why I didn't say it.
Well, I noticed it and I was really upset about it all afternoon. So I'm gonna have a conversation tomorrow and I'm gonna make sure that she knows that you get top billing around here.
Oh, thank
period.
you so much.
Well,
Hey,
it's true.
Hey, Chris. She's fired. Who's fired? Not me.
Probably my
X6?
social media person.
Oh.
No, she's
glad you did it.
She's actually really good, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
See that?
You guys,
thank you, Tim.
Do you guys like talk to each other all day long, or like how
No,
often?
not at all. It's as a matter of fact, it's like I keep telling her. I said, although I'm a Gen X, I behave like a boomer. So if you need to get a hold of me, like don't send it.
Are you Gen X though? Is that
74? I'm in the heart.
Okay.
I am part of it's. I think it's like 64 to 84 or something like that. But yeah, I'm in it right in the middle.
Is the boomer era? Oh, the Gen X. Oh.
Yeah, it's boomer then Gen X.
Got it.
Okay? They're called boomers because they were born after World War II, so that there was a baby boom to try to repopulate the United States after everybody died in Europe and Japan.
X6, what do you got for me? I'm ready for it. Look, we have Grandma Chris there. She's a recent fan of the Phoenix line. I saw her.
She had a nice little video, huh? She's doing
she's got a couple. She's got a couple videos.
She likes the way the
Hydra really excited
works.
about Hydra.
She's 103. I don't believe that for a minute. I mean, you look amazing at 103.
Chris does. Yes, she does.
I'm just saying. 103. I hope I'm not even here at 103.
Me either.
By like 20 years.
Done. Listen, done. That's it.
What's after Gen Z? I forget what they did. They did something stupid. I don't know.
What is Gen Z? Gen Z is.
I think Gen Z is wait. Gen Z.
I think I'm considered a millennial.
Probably.
I think that's my generation.
Probably.
An elder millennial, because I think I'm like, I don't know how it works.
Boom. That's right. Humberto
Her videos are great.
65 today. What?
What?
Happy
it's
birthday.
David's birthday.
Is that true?
Birthday too.
Is that true?
Happy birthday, Humberto.
I don't know. You can't trust anything on the internet these days.
Yeah, very true. All right, so are we giving something away?
Yeah, let's give something away.
Let's do a Hydra because Chris is here.
All right, Hydra it is. Earlier today, if you were here for the Dmitry's Garage portion, what was his least favorite smell?
It's a good one.
Thank you.
Very good.
True Lies. Close.
True this guy.
Lies.
He was already anticipating. Oh, look who got it.
Hey, guess what, Ghost? Guess what, Ghost? Unless it's going to Utah, it ain't going. You just won as well. Man.
Chris M then. Let's give it to Chris M. Because Carson just won, right? Carson? Yes, for sure. Yeah. Or you just
Carson talking? Did. Carson did just win.
Okay, and then Jordan, who is J Farm. Thank you for sharing your name.
Yes, Jordan. Jordan already won today.
Just one. So Chris M is next.
All right. So let's do. Let me just make sure. Let me do a Carson search real fast.
Carson, yeah, because he needs Hydra.
November 22nd, bottle of Furies. So he just yesterday got a bottle of Furies. Going to British Columbia, Canada. As much as I love you, Canadians, you're going to put me out of business. Just for the record.
Thanks for paying attention, Jordan. So wait, did you actually send that already, or?
Yeah, it went out. Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, nice. Yay.
Order 1081. UPS tracking number LB472206 in transit. It says so. It hasn't gotten there yet, but it went out yesterday.
Very cool. Furies on the way.
All right, so Chris M, send me your shipping information if I don't have it already. Probably, who knows? Who knows? Aaron at phoenixeod.com. Banners are cheap to ship, except for Canada. Everything and anything Canada, they still stick a whole bunch of stuff on there. Who did I just have a conversation with? HM. HM just won a bunch of stuff, and they were actually asking me for his contact information. And Customs emailed me and was like, "Hey, we need his contact information." And I was like,
he's in Canada?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have his contact information. He's a contest winner. He just sent me a shipping address, and it's HM Auto Detailing. He's a contest winner, and it went back and forth, and so I texted him, I DM'd him on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey man, Customs is asking me for your contact information," and he was like, "They've never asked me before," and I'm like, "Well, they're asking now." Yeah. I don't have any control over it. I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, "It's just weird." Yeah. And so then I sent him a screenshot of the email that I got from Customs, and he was like, "Huh." I said, "Yeah." And then eventually it came down to, "Wait, is this for business or personal?" And I was like, "He is a contest winner. I'm assuming it's personal use." And they were like, "Oh, well, then we don't need his contact information."
Jesus.
Okay, cool. Make things as difficult as possible for people. That's the job of the government. From what I mean, when I read my civics book, purpose of government is to make life difficult for the individual citizen. Oh, yeah. Mission accomplished. Canada.
That sounds about right. About right.
Anyway, what else we got? I want to make sure perfectly clear in hour 2, because we only have you for hour 2. That everybody is completely clear on the mission, which is the Pay It Forward campaign, right?
I'm going on the
everybody knows.
I'm going to go on the Instagram, Curmudgeon's Corner Instagram, to see if I see anything new. Nothing new.
Yeah. If you still want to donate, you can donate, but we do have an awful lot of stuff. People are talking about, maybe giving it to other sources and other things. That's not really what we designed Curmudgeons for. So we just hope that you guys get the word out and that people nominate and donate, or not donate, but nominate as many in need.
Yeah.
People
if you can't nominate, then spread the word.
Yeah, if you can't nominate, spread the word.
Because we would love to be able to help.
Franco!
Franco's in the house.
2017, damn. Close, juice free. Close. So next week we got Humberto. The week after that we have Detail Doug from to Detail It, or Detail It, depending on which channel you're watching. And then after that we have all 4 horsemen. And then that would be on December 21st, which is going to be a fun show. And then it's going to be a very short period. And then on December 26th will be the award ceremony where we give away everything. And I believe it's you, me, and Ryan Hansen. UTO. Yeah. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Utah, Ohio. Utah, Ohio.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm looking forward to the Four Horsemen show.
It's going to be wild.
I think that's going to be huge.
Yeah. And then 2025, where I think we're off for 2 weeks, and then we come back on January 11th, and I'm pretty positive we have a very special guest.
Oh, January is going to be amazing.
Scorcher.
I'm so excited about January.
Do we even want to talk about it, or we just?
No, we don't. No.
Okay, all right, we won't say anything. But it's amazing.
It's exciting.
Like there's only
we have
there's
two
only
big names.
There's only a few times that I've completely fanboyed out. One of them was meeting Roger Waters. The second one was meeting this cat. So
I thought you said one of the times was meeting Josh V.
It was at the same time. It happened like I got hit at the same time.
Yeah.
With both of them.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah. And I mean, I met Brian from Apex before he was Brian from Apex. So like, I'm like, oh, I know that guy. Yeah.
Right. Was he at SEMA? No.
He was not at SEMA. But we went to Five Guys one day, and
okay. Tell me about Five Guys.
Some dude like was just like, "You're Brian from Apex. Can I get an
No
autograph?"
way.
He totally freaked on Brian. I was standing there, and I was just like, "Seriously, man? Really?" The guy completely freaked on Brian. It was wild. Can I get a selfie? Can I get an autograph? Oh my gosh! And I was just like, "All right, baller. All right, look at you. Look at you." Yeah, Five Guys.
Oh man,
it was a good time.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So
that was like your moment when Drago saw you.
That was it. That was for me.
Yeah. What's his name? I suck at names. I'm so bad. What's Drago's name?
Drago.
And I follow him everywhere.
Yeah. So do I. Is this Drago?
What's his name? His name is Drago? No, it's not.
It's not Drago.
Does anybody...
I think Dragos is his last name.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. But he's a cool dude. And that was my fanboy moment for me, which, you know, that's it. Like, that's the top of the mountain. After that, it's just like, all right. We were all drinking over at Westgate. After the show ended, we all went over to Westgate, and I believe the boys went upstairs to change and do whatever it is they were doing. And so it was like me and Bio Bombs and Smurf.
Ivan.
We were all just kind of, you know, hanging out by the bar. And this dude was just like, "Dude, you're E.O.D. Oh my God, you're E.O.D. Can I get a picture?" And I was just like, "Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, you could. Let's take lots of pictures." Oh, look at you!
You got so tickled when he said that. It was great. It was so great to see that.
He just called me E.O.D. You're E.O.D. I was like, "Yeah, I guess I am E.O.D. Wow. All right."
It was the funniest thing ever. So great. Kimberly, you're making me hungry. Do you see that? Grilled cheese, burger patty, grilled onions, little Cajun fries.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that sounds so good.
It is good. It also is like $30 now. So.
Is it really? I haven't been there in a while.
No, they're ridiculous. They're goofy at this point. But I mean, they're still good. Like, I'm gonna do it. It's just
right.
I gotta wait till payday to do it. Yeah, that's true. Better than dead on arrival. Dun, 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 dun.
What else? What did you do for Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving?
You know, surprisingly, it was
Speaking
excellent.
of food.
It was excellent. Yeah. And I had no idea that it was going to be excellent because, as everybody that is a fan of Phoenix E.O.D., which is why we do our hugest sale of the year at this time, Thanksgiving was always my grandfather's favorite holiday. It was a really big deal to him. We would have these ginormous family dinners where the entire clan would come in from all around the country. A lot of people in my family are military. So, I mean, when I say scattered across the country, we're scattered. So we all would fly in to Thanksgiving dinner at my grandpa's farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. And it would have just, you know, we'd watch the football games and we would have this unbelievable, you know, layout. All the women would cook all week long for this. You know, we were very misogynistic family. Trust me, it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, and And as kids, like we just that was the greatest thing in the universe, was going home to my grandparents' house. And since my dad was military, my grandpa's house was always home base for me. It's like no matter where we lived in the world, going home was going home to grandpa's house.
Yeah.
So so it's a really big tradition. And then every Saturday, my grandfather would take us to McDonald's. All the cousins we'd climb in the back of his red pickup truck. It had a cap on it, huge tire sat in the back of the truck, and we would all climb in there and sit on the tire, and he would drive us to McDonald's. And every Saturday was cousins breakfast. So for me, it was a really big tradition, and because of that, I have a special fondness for Thanksgiving. My grandfather was my best friend until he passed in 2003.
Yeah.
He's still my best friend now. I don't care. Anyway,
right.
So going home is always really, really important to me. And I was supposed to get a shipment of raw materials in on Friday. And I paid extra for expedited delivery to make sure that everything was going to be here Friday. I could do all the mixing. I could send out all the orders on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, I could jump in the car and drive out to my parents' house now. And Friday rolled around, and the 3PL, or whatever they're called. Actually, I got a phone call from my supplier, and he was like, "Hey, man, how come your raws are still sitting on my dock?" And I said, "What? They were picked up yesterday. They're supposed to be here today." And he was like, "Well, I'm looking at them." So then I call, and then they tell me, "Oh, apparently there was a problem," and blah 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 blah. And anyway, they'll be there on Monday. Don't worry, they'll be there on Monday. So, all right. Same plan. They'll come in Monday. I'll crank it out. It doesn't matter if it takes all night. I'll crank it out. Monday comes and goes, and I still don't have the order. And then Tuesday comes, and around 1:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, it shows up. So I call my dad, and I tell him, I said, "I don't think I'm going to make it this year. I got the stuff I got to mix, I got to ship, and there's just no way. And I'm not driving 6 hours across Pennsylvania on the most traveled day of the year.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean? Like, I have spent 15 hours on the Pennsylvania Turnpike before, and I have no desire to do that ever again. I mean, to the point where, like, I've just turned the car off because you're going to run out of gas sitting there idling for 6 hours. So you turn off the car until you can't take the cold anymore, and then you turn it back on to warm up, and then you turn it back off again. I don't have any desire to do that. So anyway, long story short, I was really sour on Tuesday. Like, I was ready to kick some dogs. And then Wednesday, the 5 stages of grief. By Wednesday, I was just sad.
Yeah.
And then I had picked up some stuff, knowing that I wasn't going to go home for Thanksgiving. I drove home Tuesday night, and I picked up some stuff to make dinner for Thursday. And then so anyway, long story short, Wednesday, I get everything out. Everything is finally, I have met my obligations by Wednesday. Thursday rolls around. I make a really huge breakfast. I made homemade sausage gravy over home fried potatoes and thick cut hardwood smoked bacon. And we have a pork butcher down the street, and he's just absolutely amazing. And scrambled eggs and all that stuff. So we had a huge hearty breakfast on Thursday morning, and then that carried us all through the day. And then I think I started cooking around. I like oven stuffer roaster, just a nice little chicken.
Yeah.
And you can do all the same stuff, but it on a much smaller scale. So I used an oven stuffer roaster, and we made stuffing and mashed potatoes and broccoli casserole with the Ritz crackers and the Velveeta cheese and the garlic and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I rearranged the furniture in the living room so that I could just lounge out on the couch and watch TV all day. So that's how we did Thanksgiving, and it was fantastic.
Did you do cranberry sauce?
I jellied. The jelly, yeah, because one year I
wait, is jelly the one that is like?
Yep, it looks like the can. It looks exactly like a cast. Yeah,
yes.
That's exactly. One year apparently I bought the kind that had the actual berries in it, and I mean I was ridiculed by everybody involved. They were just like, "What is this? This is terrible! Like you can see stems. I don't want that." I'm like, it's all natural cranberry sauce. What are you talking about? Oh, no. I was like, all right, so from now on, we're getting jellied. We're getting jellied cranberry sauce, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to like it. So, answer needed for first from Humberto. Question. Will it be... Bro, you're next week. Whatever next week is the 7th.
You told him the 14th, I guess. That's what he's saying.
Oh, you're next week. I'm pretty sure Doug is doing the 14th. But I mean, if that doesn't work for you, I can always ask Doug if he can switch. But I'm pretty positive, Humberto, you're next week on the 7th. Is that going to be? Will that be? Is that bad? Is that going to work for you? A little turducken, yeah.
Turducken.
I'm pretty sure there was what they did what is it? It's the turkey, and then they put the duck inside the turkey, and then they do like a little game hen inside the duck. I'm pretty sure that's what that turducken is.
Wait, can you explain that to me? What do you mean they put it inside?
So I'm pretty positive that they split open the breast. Yeah, they split open the breast, and then they lay the duck, the duck carcass inside the cavity of the turkey, and then they do the same thing to the duck, and they flay that thing open, and then they lay the little game hen down inside the turkey, and then they stitch it back up, I guess, with butcher's twine, and then the whole thing roasts all together like that, all 3 birds in one.
And roasted. That's done like someone in a place does that and a consumer buys it that way, or people are doing that. Like someone at their home is buying a turkey, a chicken, and a duck, and they're opening up all of these bodies and putting them in.
Well, I could see my brother, the Viking, doing something like that. He's kind of insane.
Right. You buy it that way. Okay, thanks, Brian. Because I feel like that sounds...
Turducken is a dish associated with Louisiana, consisting of a deboned duck stuffed into a deboned chicken, further stuffed into a deboned turkey. So they take the duck and they shove it in the chicken, and then they take the chicken and then they shove it into the turkey, but it's already all deboned. So there you go. And apparently it's a Louisiana thing.
Yeah, Louisiana boy is what he says. So good.
Turduckens from Louisiana Crawfish Company, stuffed turkey, duck, or chicken creates one delicious Cajun entree. Several sizes are available, free shipping.
It is. Right. Is this something that they've done like their whole entire life, or?
I have no idea.
I know. I'm asking the wrong person. Brian, tell me about it, Louisiana boy. Is this? He doesn't.
House of Rags was here a little bit ago.
No. Ryan said he doesn't count. He's from North Louisiana, so we got to get it from him. Ryan, tell me, is this something that you've done your whole entire life, or has Louisiana done it its whole
Hold on a second. Can I just say the next community curmudgeons, we need to get Ryan. He sounds like he's got some wild stories.
Yeah. I think so too.
Ryan, throw your hat in the ring. Come on the show.
He shoves it moist. Humberto, I don't know what's going on over there. Mind blown.
Madden had the 4 extra drum legs attached to a turkey, so he didn't really do anything Frankenstein. He just did extra drums on the turkey itself.
So is Madden's the one that created the viral, like he brought the spotlight on it.
Yes, that is correct. That was his thing. It was his big thing, because that dumb team from Dallas plays every year on Thanksgiving. And
right, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was always the spokesman for that particular game, or announcer, or whatever you want to call him. And then he brought in, because I guess the drumstick was his favorite. He wanted a turkey with extra drumsticks, so he put, I think it had 6 drumsticks in total.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
Now you know, Curmudgeon's Corner. You learn all kinds of stuff on Curmudgeon's Corner. You learn about.
Well, look at that! Did you know that it was served? It was served at the Last Supper, according to Chris M.
There you go. I believe it. I mean, if we're turning water into wine, we might as well make a 3-bird bird.
We are gonna start that. We're gonna start it. That's what happened.
You said
so. Wait, do you make
the cause of the show going off the rails? I had nothing to do with it this time.
Wait, so do you do stuffing? Do you make your own stuffing, or do you do the box?
I do the box.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
So here's the thing: is
like a chicken flavor?
It depends on who I'm cooking for, of how deep down the rabbit hole I'll go. Like if I'm cooking for like the whole family, then everything's from scratch.
Got it. Okay.
But if it's like me being not able to go home to my parents' house on a holiday that was designed for me to go home to my parents' house, then I'm just going to do a box, and you'll enjoy it. You'll like it. And I'm going to use jar gravy. I'm going to use jar gravy. I'm not going to use
jar gravy, canned cranberry sauce, and box.
I'm not going to use the giblets at the bottom of the pan, the roasting pan, and I'm not going to make homemade gravy. I'm not going to do all of that stuff the way that my mom would, yell at me if I did anything less. But I was in full effort mode.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for box stuffing. It's not bad. I mean,
it's not bad at all.
There are people out there.
It's super fast.
Yeah, stovetop. There you go, Mackenzie. You know what's
Yeah, that's exactly.
What do you have, like chicken flavor, or like
I usually will do 2 boxes of it because I love leftovers.
Right.
So I do chicken and savory herb.
Oh. I tried the other day. I tried cornbread.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not a huge cornbread kind of person. It's kind of weird.
Well, me either, but I also think that there's no difference between the turkey, the chicken, and the cornbread. I feel like they all taste the same. Because I ate the cornbread for the first time. Hey, Eddie. I ate the cornbread for the first time, and I'm like, well, this tastes like chicken. So.
Huh. Well, I guess we're going to have to do a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to employ Dmitry on that one.
This fat kid likes to eat, and I have no problem making stuffings. Pop, pop, pop.
Ryan, there's a cornbread flavor of stovetop stuffing.
Yeah, it's called stovetop cornbread.
And they have cornbread stuffing.
They have not that I'm a stovetop stuffing aficionado, but they have turkey, chicken, pork, cornbread, and savory herb.
Yeah, there you go. And I tried cornbread for the first time a week ago, and it tastes exactly the same as chicken, and I feel like it tastes exactly the same as turkey. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, maybe we might have to have Dmitry test all these flavors to see if there's really a difference.
Put it on this little spectrum, this little scale.
His little scale, yeah.
His little scale spectrum.
Grade it. For real. What about you had turkey. Do you eat ham?
I eat everything.
I know you do, but
and I mean
everything. Yeah.
I'm not a huge legume person. I'll tell you. I'm not a huge legume. Like I will suffer some of them, but like lentils and limas, I will kill a man first.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't. Lentils? No, thank you.
Yeah. I call them little ticks.
Little ticks. I can't. Time to try it. Eddie, have you?
Where'd he go? There he is.
Okay. Has he not tried Typhon?
He did it today. Did you not see his video? Yeah, he did Typhon with biobombs, and it had like this nastiest interior detail of all times, and he just absolutely rehabbed the whole thing. And
oh, nice!
No problem. Yeah, he did a great job. You did a great job. I will tell you, like the House of Rags has shown some serious Phoenix love, and I am so totally grateful to the House of Rags.
Eddie, how are you Puerto Rican and you hate beans? You got to be more specific than that. You can't hate all beans. There's no way. But yeah, I can't. I second that. I can't do lentils. I can't do them.
It's called Titan, according to Jamie the
Nah, I eat rice and eggs. Oh yeah, well I mean that was my dinner sometimes, you know. Poor man's dinner is rice with a fried egg on top. I've had that plenty of times. But anyway, so Typhon,
Mike G, we were talking so much trash on you earlier today. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Mike G, you gotta watch it.
Oh man, we were talking a lot of trash on you, especially when Dmitry's here. So hour one was all about
Mike G
talking trash on you, Mike G.
Yep, for sure.
Adobo, I got a bottle of that upstairs.
Do you?
Is it called a bottle or what is it? Yeah, I guess it would be a little bottle.
Well, I mean, do you have it or not? Because
you do have it.
Then you would know what it came in.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of what the container would I call it a bottle?
Yeah, it's a bottle. I would call it a bottle.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had ham, you had turkey. What else did you have?
I didn't have ham or turkey. I just had chicken.
Oh, that's it?
Oven stuffer roaster. That's all you need. That's all one man needs. So I take the butter and I get it soft, and then I add all the fun stuff, you know, the poultry seasonings and rosemary, thyme, and garlic, and onion, and all that stuff, and pepper, and you mix it all into that butter mixture, and then you take your hand and you slide it up in there, and you separate all the skin all the way down through the thighs, everywhere, and then you take
that's what I did with the turkey. Yep.
And then you take that butter, and then you cram that butter up in there, and then smooth it all the way into everywhere you can. And then I learned this trick. You're gonna love this. Ready for this? Are you ready for this trick? I just learned it this week. I was doing a lot of waiting. Googling? I was doing a lot of waiting this week.
Oh, right. Okay.
So,
what did you find out?
So after you do all of that, and then you kind of rub down the skin.
Just make sure you get consent first, guys. Thank you. Before you do that.
Very important.
Consent first.
Rub down the skin the same way, and then you melt whatever butter is left over, and you lay down a layer of cheesecloth over the big breast part of the bird.
Right.
And then you soak that cheesecloth with that, and that prevents any kind of burning on the bird itself.
No way.
Yes. And then you shove it in the oven for, I think it's like 425 for 30 minutes, and then you turn the temperature way down to let it just roast. And then during that process, you're taking all of that juice and all that stuff, and you're basting the bird, and it's re-moistening the cheesecloth. Oh, perfect bird. It was
good
perfect
stuff.
bird. And I use the meter probe so that I know exactly when.
So when it pops, it's ready.
Well, I have it's an actual, it's called Meter, MEATER, and you stick it in there, and then you turn it onto your phone, and
it has an app.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's awesome.
Way.
It's the greatest thing in the universe. It has changed my meat cooking forever and ever and ever.
Jeez. Meter. Oh, look at that. Okay. Where can I get that? Amazon?
Amazon. 100%. Let me see here. Previous cooks. Here we go.
Yeah, Chris. Pizza sounds great. Good night, Becca. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, Becca, thanks.
So, Jesus. That looks good.
It's awesome. And like I said,
yeah. I did the same thing. I did like a butter,
right there.
Like a butter. Yep. I did like a butter, garlic, oregano, adobo, mixed it all together, creating like a little paste, and then just, did that little massage under the skin. And it came out beautifully.
Yeah. You don't need more than that. You don't need any more than that. So, Aaron,
your Black Friday sale, is it over? Is it done? Is it finished?
No, I'm running it all week. We're doing it all week.
All week.
Yeah, it started on Friday and it ends next Saturday. So you got 1 week. By the time we do Curmudgeon's Corner next week, you will have 3 hours left of the sale. So,
all week, and that's 40% off ceramics. No, is that right?
Yes.
Is it 40%?
40% off.
Ceramics.
Dude, these guys are buying 100 milliliter bottles for like $114.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
okay, so 40% off ceramics. That's correct. Yep. Can you say yes? Yes? Is that right?
Yes.
40% off for the
40% off ceramics. Yes, man.
That's insane.
Chronos and Immortal. Both.
I thought it was 20%. Okay,
20%. 20% off of everything else site wide. So you can you can stock up on your ceramics, and then
and it's V2. It's Chronos.
Yeah, everything. Everything. Done. I don't have any of the
V1.
old stuff. There's no old stuff left.
Okay, beautiful.
So, yep, and then 20% off everything else. So you can get your favorite Kraken. The new Typhon that EC was just playing with earlier today.
Wait, do you have it on your website? Because Chris just said he didn't know it.
It's automatic. It's automatic on my website. The sales it's just there. Like you log in right now, and the prices are already reduced all across the board. Don't tell me that doesn't work because people have been buying it all day. There's no code. There's no nothing. It's just boom.
So go buy it. Yeah, 20% off Kraken. That's amazing. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so it shows like I just logged in and I ordered a bottle of Apex Auto Wash. It says $14.99.
David.
Right, so $14.99. Add to cart. Go to checkout. Oh my gosh, 20% off site wide.
Wait, can I see it? Can you put it on the screen?
Oh yeah. It's a good idea. You're so smart.
I try sometimes. I want to see it. I want you to show. Can you do? Okay, Apex.
All right,
there,
we
love it.
$12. We'll go back to the billing. We'll go back to the billing.
Yeah. Let's try again.
All right,
I want Chronos.
You want Chronos?
Yeah. Can we get rid of this banner? I can't.
Do me a favor.
Okay. Go. I'm excited.
All right.
Chronos.
We're gonna get the 100 milliliter bottle because we're.
Yeah. Of course. Because.
Oh my gosh! What? $180? No way! That's stupid.
No.
Now let's go and view the cart.
Oh, I saw 12 and I was like, "What? Chronos for $12? What'd you do?"
I don't know. There it is. Okay.
Oh, boom. There it goes.
All right. So there you go. Wow. Chronos, $189. 40% off ceramics. What? That's ridiculous.
$114. Okay, how many cars can you do with 100 mil? Like 45 cars, at least.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Or buy 2 of these and you can do a boat.
Ooh, good idea.
Yeah, you know all about buying.
Yeah.
Doing those stupid
for sure.
Hey, enthusiast, here he is. Hey, better late than never, brother.
Hey, there's a sale. Did you know?
I like it. That's how I like it. No, add this code at checkout. Thank you very much.
Right.
Mackenzie, we do the best that we can.
Just take the thinking out of it.
Stop. There you go. Yeah. No code. Just do it. It's already done. This is, again, another gift from Eddie, helping me redo my website. Shopify makes it easy to do this kind of stuff, whereas before I'd have to write code and do that whole thing that Mackenzie hates. Add this code at checkout. We don't do any of that stuff. Eddie,
just keep adding it to your cart. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, Eddie, he made the website so much smoother and easier to operate. And like I said, I've now hired SEO marketing girl, social media, and she's been adding all kinds of fun stuff. Fred has also been helping.
Hey, Matt.
All right. Well, do yourself a favor and stop at season 7. If you watch season 8, you're just going to want to eat a bullet. So just stop.
First of all, I couldn't even start that show. Let's not even get into that because I fell asleep. Season 1, episode 1.
Yeah. All right. But there's dragons and stuff.
I know, and everyone told me you got to get through season 1 because it's it gets better, but I can't get past the first episode. I can't. 40% off of a gallon of Titan.
No, that's
no. That's 20%.
That's 20% off.
But you can get 40% off the Kronos.
But if you buy 2 bottles of Titan, you get a 3rd bottle for free. So,
okay.
There is that. And then, also, if you buy the 100 milliliter bottle of Kronos, you get a free 30 milliliter bottle.
No shit.
So not only is it 40% off, but then you get a free.
Plus, you're getting a 30 mil
for free.
Oof. Then I could definitely do a boat with.
I'm just saying, like, we're just.
So why wouldn't you buy 100 mil? You're getting it for 40% of the price.
And a free bottle of 30 mil.
And you're getting 30 mils on top of that.
Yeah, like I said, this is 100%. Matt, I do owe you a sincere apology for stepping on your toes. I know that you had X's and O's tonight. Unfortunately, it coincides with the Pay It Forward program campaign, and we do the Curmudgeon's Corner every week going up until Christmas. So I do apologize to you. I would never want to steal any of your thunder at all, ever.
Yes.
So anyway, the point of that story is this is my grandfather's favorite holiday, and because of that, I do this sale as a homage to him. I want to share the joy of this holiday with everybody because it's my holiday now.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we want to go over the Pay It Forward one last time for the new people that are here?
Hey, Humberto. Yes, I think, okay, so first of all, my only contribution to this is, first of all, follow us on the Curmudgeon's Corner podcast Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're done with that, share the content that has to do with Pay It Forward. It was our last 2 reels. Share that with everyone on your feed, like stories. And then nominate. This is the website. Yeah.
All right. And then to incentivize you guys getting the word out, this is how you nominate. It's super easy. You just go to the top of the screen here. You hit the Pay It Forward campaign. It brings you right to this page. Wow. All right, Matt, hit me up outside, DM me, and we'll talk outside of the show. Then you just fill in this little form here, and you hit submit, and it comes right to the mailbox. Then it gets forwarded to the 7 judges that we currently have on the panel, and then you get your nomination gets a possibility of winning all this stuff. But more importantly, to get the word out, the chairman of the Pay It Forward campaign, Ryan Hansen, has donated this M12 Pro dual action polisher that any new subscriber to Curmudgeon's Corner, Phoenix E.O.D's YouTube channel, whatever, any new subscriber that comes on to our show and shouts out to Chris M and says, hey, Chris M sent me here. Chris M gets entered into the giveaway. And if Chris M sends 5 people here to the show, and all 5 of those people shout out to Chris M that Chris M sent them, then Chris gets 5 entries. So the more people that you tell, the more people that come here, and the more people that give you a shout out, the more chances you have to win this brand new M21 Pro. No purchase necessary. Keith Firebird, you are eligible to win. Everybody's eligible to win. It doesn't matter. Does your wife count? Has she subscribed to the channel before, Enthusiast? If the answer is no, then she subscribes and she shouts out to you. Boom. Yeah, she counts.
The purpose of this is we want more eyes on not just the podcast, but we want more eyes on the Pay It Forward campaign, because we have a ton of stuff and we want to help people out. And the only way to do that is for you guys to share that with people.
Yeah, so get the word out. We're gonna, again, Matt, that's one of the reasons why we're doing it every single week up until the Curmudgeon's Corner, up until Christmas, is to get the word out as much as possible. You guys have as many opportunities as possible to let people know to come to the show and learn about the campaign and spread the gospel.
Yes.
Can I get an amen?
All right. Well,
on that note, you gotta go. Yeah. All right. Let's give away one last thing.
Okay.
I got Dimitri's getting a Kronos. Jordan's getting a Glossum Wax. I think that we were supposed to give something else away and we forgot.
Well, Hydra's going to
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh man, who won the Hydra?
I don't know. I think we got sidetracked. I think we got sidetracked, honestly.
We'll have to go back and see.
That was the first question. Juice, you're like 2.5 hours. No, an hour and a half late. You're an hour and a half late.
Oh, Chris M. Yes, thank you, Keith. Chris M. Chris M. got the Hydra.
Look at that. Rick Smith. Can I get an amen? Thank you. Boom. What's happening?
Chris,
Rick, we are talking about the Pay It Forward campaign.
Forward.
That's all. That's all. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the show.
Chris, if you can,
look at
please.
This. Keith sent me.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Chris, please email Aaron at phoenixeod.com for your Hydra. Please also.
I think he already did, to be honest with you.
He did? Oh, efficient. I love it.
I got an email alert. Yeah, Chris M. Hydra winner. Yeah, he already did. 944.
Okay, great. So what do we do
Johnny
now?
on the spot.
I love it. Just don't forget about it.
It will happen, but he will eventually get it.
Eventually.
It's a very busy time of year for me. And
Chris, I'm sorry in advance. You'll get it in 2026. That's my girlfriend.
Yeah. I've always had that problem. Sorry.
Oh man. Okay.
All right. So I'll see you here next week.
I'll go we were giving something away.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's go.
Isn't that what you said? Or no, we don't have to. But you said
of course we have to. What are we giving away? What do you want to give away?
Well, I always want to give away Kraken.
Kraken. All right, Kraken. By the way, just so you know, every time you say you want to give away Kraken, I always upgrade it to the kit.
Nice.
So they get the kit.
Beautiful.
Kraken. So this is for a Kraken kit.
Yes.
All right. What question do we want to?
Let me see here.
That's what my mom told me.
How about Dmitry said that he could listen to one album for the rest of his life. What was the album he said?
That was the one question I didn't write down because I wasn't fast enough. I know what. There it is. I knew it. Yeah, you got it. There you go. See?
That was so fast.
All right. David Ruiz.
David, please email
me, Aaron at phoenixeod.com with your Taylor Swift. That's right. He's a Swiftie. That's right. That's actually the real answer. He was a Swiftie. He was going. Hey, Tim, what song was it that it was his favorite song?
Yeah, because you said it. You said it wrong, but Mackenzie corrected you. Because you said it wrong.
I didn't say it wrong.
You did say it wrong. You referenced a Florence and the Machine song. Well, kind of like a mixture of Florence and the Machine and Taylor Swift. Wipe it off.
All right, we're done here.
Alrighty.
All right, you bounce out. I'll do all the final nonsense, and then.
Sir, it was a pleasure.
I'll see you next week. All right.
Thank you.
Try not to schedule too many things on Curmudgeon's Corner 42.
Yes, sir. 2 hours.
But have fun tonight.
Thank you.
You have fun. I will see you next week.
Good night.
Real quick, everybody, if you don't already, make sure that you follow her on her socials and on her YouTube channel. Eileen is one of the rock stars of the industry, and I'm so blessed to have her on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you at 42.
Yes.
All right.
Toodaloo.
You can see yourself out. All right. Here we go. All right. Now we can talk about her behind her back. She is terrible. Let me just tell you. All right. So we've been talking about this already. You don't need to send any more donations. Just make sure you start sending out nominations and telling people to send out nominations. You can find all things Phoenix. We have a West Coast distribution. Adrian over at imdetailedaf.com. Midwest distribution is fabdetailsupplies.com. Southeast distribution is shinylightdetailing.com/store. Worldwide distribution comes from Carzilla, Chris up at carzilla.ca. He just got a bunch more of the Apex V3, so it should be hitting the Canadian border any minute now. Imran over at intodetailing.co.uk for everything in the UK, and our good friend Andrew over at osprodetailing.com.au. And then, last but not least, the House of Rags is everywhere you are, coming to a store/country near you soon. If they're not already in Canada, they're on their way to Canada. If they're not already in England, they're on their way to England. If they're not already in Australia, they're on their way to Australia. If they're not already in Japan, they're on their way to Japan. If they're not already in South Korea, they're on their way to South Korea. So they are definitely taking the world by storm. I know that they got a sale going on all month long. I think today might be the last day of their sale. But you can still get 25% off of stuff over there versus my 20% here, but the 20% will last all week until the 7th of December. And then, of course, you get 40% off of everything from our site on ceramics. Last but not least, a subject that is very, 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 very important to me. Suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' very first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis hotline, 988, will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. The holidays are especially hard on people that are suffering with all kinds of suicidal ideations and depression. The holidays can hit hard. The shorter days, seasonal depression is a very real thing. Mental health is a very real thing. So text HOME to 741741 in the US and Canada to reach the crisis hotline. And if you suffer from something other than some sort of mental crisis, you can always go to the apa.org topics crisis hotline. There is a link for every single issue you may be struggling with. Do not hesitate to reach out, especially to this community. On a side note, we have a Curmudgeon Corner family, a Phoenix family member, reached out to me this week. He actually reached out to me on Thanksgiving. So many of you guys know Chris from Platinum Glass, one of our brothers to the north in Canada. And he has been diagnosed with kidney cancer and prostate cancer. And he's kind of going through the thick of it. And he reached out to me, and we had a long talk and a long conversation. And I think he's still in a positive headspace. But I asked him if I could share with the family what he's going through, and he absolutely agreed and would love any kind of support that we as a family can give him. I know that the next couple of weeks and months are going to be really rough until he can figure out exactly what the attack plan is going to be. So one of our brothers needs us. Phoenix, yes, Platinum Glass, that's correct. Chris from Platinum Glass. I would pronounce his last name to you, but I'll just destroy it. Begins with an S. But you can find him on Platinum Glass on Instagram. He's a beautiful man. He has an IG group called Carnivore Club, and it's basically a bunch of us just posting pictures of grilled meat and stuff. But he was the guy that set that up, and it's been a fun community to be a part of. If you want to be a part of it, give me a shout. Give one of us a shout that's already in it, and we'll invite you. And you can join the cooking celebration. Anyway, so that's it for Curmudgeon's Corner 41, Dmitry's Garage. Chris M. just sending prayers. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate you. Master of the Shine, thanks. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, again, he's a brother of ours, and we need to support him. And that's what this corner is all about: is hanging out with family, sharing, discussing, laughing, imbibing, and just supporting each other and one another. And hopefully, we can keep doing this long into 2025 and years to come. So, everybody that came out here tonight, Curmudgeon's Corner, 41 in the books. November 30th. Can you believe that it is the last day of November of 2024? We're 25 days away from Christmas. This year has gone by astronomically fast. I don't know how we're already going into December. Mind blowing, but you guys have been so much fun, and I love you guys. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the show. Make sure that you get the word out about the Pay It Forward campaign. Get your name entered in. Spread the word. Send out as much love as we possibly can, because you never know. Time could be short for you. So let's enjoy our family while we're still here. All right. Much love. I don't want to end this on a down note. You guys are awesome. Like, literally, this is what keeps me going, is coming and hanging out with you guys. So I'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, 8:00 Eastern. Bring your apple juice. I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you in 7. That sounds good.